Hey there, here are my May favorites. So something that I started doing in May is something that I started doing when I was 9 years old. Okay, I was one of those annoying kids who wanted to do everything. So I asked my mom for piano, I asked her whether I could take ballet lessons, and then when there was this talent scout that came to my school that was offering violin lessons, I said, Mom, can I take violin lessons? And they said, why do you want to do so many things? And my parents aren't rich, so all this costs money, so they were like, okay, can you just stick to a few things? So anyway, long story short, I convinced them that I needed violin lessons and that would be great. So they forked out the money for a brand new violin, and I remember I was so excited. I was on the way to my first violin lesson, so I was holding the violin in my hand. I was like, yay, violin lesson, violin lesson, violin lesson, and then it slipped out of my hand. The violin like legit knocked against a wall and the chin rest dropped out. And then I was like, oh no, what do I do? So obviously I couldn't go for the lesson because you can't really play a violin without the chin rest being there. And my mom was so pissed and she said, no more violin lessons for you. Yeah. So that's my sad story. Anyway, the happy news is I am taking violin lessons right now, and I'm still really bad at it. What do you think of my violin playing?
Good.
But I'm getting better, and hopefully I'll be able to play something for you soon. Because right now my husband says it sounds like a cat is dying. That's not nice. So the other thing that happened in May is that we went to Chumpada Island. So it's a private island owned by the same people who own Naka Island, if you guys have been. And Chumpada Island is like the equivalent but for couples. So no kids below the age of 16 are allowed. So you pay one price for your lodging, and it includes food and everything else, and then you're kind of all set. So I really enjoyed it, except for the fact that getting there, you have to take a ferry. If you're getting there from Singapore, a ferry to the Bintan terminal, and from there there'll be a on-ground transfer to another jetty, and then from that jetty it's a slightly harrowing 30 to 45 minute kind of boat ride to the island. But it is well worth it, and we had a great time. I had really good rest. My favorite part was they had this really beautiful floating bar. So on a nice day, they will take you out on a little boat. It's really quite near to where the hotel is. They take you on a boat, and it's just this platform that floats, and there's a bar there, and you watch the most spectacular sunset while having cocktails. That was one of my favorite memories for May. So another one of my favorites in May is Sister Act. So if you've not watched the movie, well, I grew up watching the movie with Whoopi Goldberg, and it's a really good movie. Like, it's about this lady who lives a bit more of an alternative lifestyle, and so she has to run from the law, so she hides out in a convent, and that's why it's called Sister Act, because she's surrounded by all these sisters. And it's really good, it's really funny, the songs are really good. So it came to MBS as in a musical form. So a movie that I like, plus, you know, I love the fact that it's a musical. Of course I had to go watch it, and thanks very much Jack from Monster for the tickets. I had a great time. I brought my mom. She enjoyed it immensely as well, and it's a really fun night out. So another one of my favorites in the month of May is this thing called the Outdoor Cinema. It was held at Tanjong Beach, the area where Tanjong Beach Club is. And thank you so much to Castellero del Diablo, which is like a company that produces wine. So they invited me to this, and I also bought another pair of tickets to go with my friends. So enjoyed the whole vibe, can I just say. It felt so chill. If you get there, it's like before sunset, so again you get to watch a beautiful sunset. The drinks are actually quite well priced. It was really well organized, and it's a really nice way to enjoy an evening, so I would definitely recommend it if you were thinking of doing that. Like I said, I watched 2 movies. I didn't enjoy Arrival very much. In fact, I fell asleep. It could have been the beer and the wine, but I mean, it's really slow moving. So I fell asleep, and then I woke up, and then it's like I just picked up where I left off because the movie moves so freaking slowly. So I wouldn't recommend that movie to anyone. The other movie I watched was when I went with the husband, and we watched... Oh my goodness, I forgot the name of the movie. United Kingdom! I typed in movie, African King, English woman. Okay, so it's called United Kingdom, and the synopsis is it really is about an African king who meets an English woman when he's in London, and it's about their love story. I liked it also because it is steeped in history. It actually happened, and I find it amazing when you know, communities can come together and people can put aside their differences for the greater good. You know, it's a triumph of the human spirit, it's a triumph of love. So it's quite a slightly romantic movie, and of course it's set in Africa, so it's beautiful. It reminds me of the time that I was in Africa, and all the scenes in Africa were beautiful. So United Kingdom, I did not fall asleep. I definitely didn't, and I would definitely recommend that movie to you. And finally, one of my favorites for the month of May is that I have new furniture in my new office. Yay! I have to say special thanks to Hip Van and to Born in Colour for, you know, sponsoring some of the pieces. So the office looks so much better now. We have a proper dining table, you know, where we can all sit and eat together. I love my new desk. It's kind of retro looking, and it has like a few more compartments. Before that, I just had like a simple table, and I have a display unit in my private office together with an armchair for me to chill out, or for people to chill out when they come visit me. So I'm really pleased with it, and I will have an office tour very soon. So those are my favorite for the month of May. Let me know what favorites you had in this month. Drop me a line in the comment box below. It could be books, movies, food, places, just an experience. You know, let me know so I can perhaps check them out as well. Otherwise, I'll catch up with you on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. Bye! So we're now at a floating bar in time to catch sunset. I'm here with Sister Joyce. This is part of my new office, waiting for an armchair.